They say change is hard. I say change is inevitable and necessary. In this ME show, I got a superstar that I had the privilege to interview a couple of days ago on my podcast, which, by the way, is dropping today. But the incredible story that she shared with us and what she had to overcome and go through has developed a foundation for her to become a powerhouse and a trainer of a globally known, publicly traded entrepreneurial community. You definitely want to listen to this. This is the ME Show. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be. All eyes on me, all eyes on the prize. Money supersized, G5 super fly, should be supervised. Do or die, open up your eyes, head to the sky. Keep a mean bad mommy on the side. Make a tsunami, kamikaze on the mind. Spit flow, paparazzi flash shine. Get dough, champagne, Merlot. Cash and tango, in the VIP. Now she wanna touch her ankle. Get low, mueve mami como el dembow. All eyes on me, peeping through the window. Get mine, get yours, believe it or not. In the meantime, I'ma keep my eyes on the top. All eyes on me, drinks on me, girls on me, on the dance floor. All eyes on me, who is he? Man, you better come get your girl dog. All eyes on me, party like a rock star. You can find me in VIP. All eyes on me, yeah, where the girls are. This is how your night should be. All eyes on me, indeed. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored, privileged, and excited to bring before you a rock star and a superstar, an amazing mom of three, an incredible wife, and 100% a superstar when it comes to business and business development. She is the next name for TEDx. I promise you. And remember, I called it in here because her story is so impactful that I was inspired and motivated. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Allie D, aka Allie Delotelle. What's going on, rock star?
Hey, thanks for having me on. And I just got to say, I can't ever, I always have to dance, whenever I watch the intro to your show.
Yeah, no, it's with pleasure. I'm excited to have you in here. And first and foremost, do us a favor for those who may not know about your greatness. Tell us a little bit about who do you help, how do you help them, and what are the results that you create for them. And then we can dig a little bit into what I believe to be one of our best interviews.
Yeah, absolutely. So like you said, my name is Allie D, and I help female entrepreneurs rise above their past, their pain, and their fears. Those people who just feel really lost and frustrated and broken because of things that life may have thrown at them. And again, I help them rise above their past pain and fears so that they can achieve success in their business and in their personal life.
That's incredible, and you're doing it very, very well. So, Allie, you and I have had the opportunity to have an extensive 45-minute interview in your strategic podcast, your strategic partner podcast, and you shared a whole lot. I mean, I cannot wait, and I'll drop it in the comment afterwards for everybody. But we talked about change and how hard it was for you to overcome certain things. And now looking back, you are grateful that it took the path that it did. Why don't you share with us a little bit some of the highlights of the things that you had to overcome personally, business-wise, in order to find yourself where you are today?
Yeah, so, I don't want to give too much away because definitely want you guys to go check out the great interview. It was so much fun doing that. So some of the highlights, I mean, they just include going through some really tough times that make you question who you are as an individual, things that started even as childhood of not really having a good sense of who I was as a person. And so then just different life struggles happened, and I share in the podcast a little bit about my past with drug addiction, with toxic relationships, and then just again normal life things that can be thrown at you that can really make you question your self-worth and your identity, and then that transitions into what you do in your business. And that's where I've become passionate in helping others overcome that, because I learned that you can only reach so much success in life if you're still holding all of that negativity.
Yeah, and it's so true. I mean, how many of you that are watching struggle with change? And sometimes no change means no change, but we struggle with it as individuals for one main reason: fear of the unknown, right? And Ali, like one of the things that we talked about yesterday is you had to put yourself in some, or 2 days ago, in some winning areas or winning elements, whether it was your relationship, whether it was with your entrepreneur community, whether it was your circle and environment. How do you cope with that in terms of eliminating triggers or traumatic circumstances that will bring you back to that place and maintain the positive change that you have happening for you?
Yeah, so that can be a hard thing to do, right? Change, even if it's a positive change and you know it's for the best, it's hard to change your habits. I mean, we are creatures of habit. So if we've created poor habits and hanging around the wrong people and things like that, even though we know it's good to change it, that can be really difficult. And so, yeah, I've had to create new habits and new way of doing things and thinking of things. And like you said, I created a new circle of friends and mentors and people to really help me in that. And there are still days where I'm triggered by certain things or memories, or that a song can bring up, or the smell of the air, even, right? Just simple things. Your brain is so powerful. And so I cope with those by staying really close to my circle of friends, to the new ones that I've created, to the ones that I know I can count on for anything. And that's so, so important, because if you struggle with lifting yourself up, it's okay to admit that and know that about yourself, but don't stay there. Go to the people that you know can help lift you back up.
Yeah, if you were to put the top three things, routines that you do on a daily basis to maintain a positive mindset, what would you share with us?
Well, definitely to keep a positive mindset, I'm doing self-development every day, whether that's a short video that I watch, something that's motivational. Sometimes not sometimes, a lot of times I listen to other TEDx speakers who have similar stories or similar struggles, because that helps uplift me, and motivate me. And I stay in devotion, I journal, those type of things that can help you stay grounded. Even something as simple as like an act of self-care each day, those things have really helped with my mindset.
Yeah, and mindset is so important because it allows you to function and operate in different ways. You are a mom, you are a college student, you are a full time, somewhat part time, full time employee with your father. You are an online entrepreneur. You are a trainer. You have a workshop coming up. You speak and train for an entrepreneurial community. To some people, it's a lot and it sounds like a stressful environment. How do you keep that smile going with all the things that you have going on?
Well, I think the biggest key part of it is I love what I do, right? I love being a mom. I love being a wife. I love my entrepreneur community. I love what I do as a coach, right? So I love all those things. Notice I didn't say exactly I love my 9 to 5 job, but it's what I have to do for right now. Another reason why I'm also in my van, I didn't want to disrupt those in my office. But I'm so blessed to have a 9 to 5 though, where my boss is my dad and he understands what I'm doing as entrepreneur. So in that aspect, Dad, I do love that. So thanks. But yeah, I mean, I love what I do, and so there is a lot to it, and it can be overwhelming at times, even though I love it. So the two key things is love what you do, and second is you have to prioritize, and
Right.
that includes using a planner and time blocking, and we can give you more of those tips at another time. But those are the two things: love what you do and prioritize your time.
Yeah, no, and you're doing it very, very well. For that individual that is watching right now, and maybe on the bottom balcony, like we talk about the balcony and the floor, they may be on the floor right now of their emotional journey to change, and they're still resisting and fighting. What is your message for that individual? And obviously, my advice to you is you gotta listen to the full interview. It's 45 minutes loaded worth of the most vulnerable and personal challenges and issues Allison has had and how she used it as a stepping stone to become who she is today. But for that person that's watching and they may be very down on themselves, what is your message for that person?
Keep going Never give up. It's as simple and as complex as that, is to keep going. It sounds simple, but I know how difficult it can be. But you just never give up. You never give up on yourself. You keep getting up every day, even when it's hard, and you keep pushing forward, and find those that can surround you and help uplift you, because it will make those days that are hard a lot easier.
Yeah, and well, I'm grateful that you've given me the opportunity. I was amazed with your story, and it impacted me forever. You know, there's just say I used to feel bad for the person that had no shoes until I met the person that had no feet. You know, I've gone through some stuff with my family in my life, and we all have our own version of struggle. But yesterday, it was a humbling. 2 days ago, I listened to it yesterday, but 2 days ago it was a humbling experience to hear someone else go from their cocoon to become the shiny, incredible butterfly that you've become. So we're grateful for you. I'm thankful for you. Make sure you check out Allie D's episode 16, our very first one in 2021, Hard Changes to Higher Achievements. It's available everywhere right now. You can either ask Siri or Alexa or Google Hangouts, play your strategic partner podcast, and the latest episode is going to play. Or I'm going to drop in the comment itself the link, or you can also go to winwithallie.com and you'll find the latest episode embedded right in the website itself, so you can listen to it right on your own terms. And remember, if you are a struggling entrepreneur, we work with you to leverage social media and the digital space in order for you to create brand equity and revenue. And last but not least, don't forget, your strategic partner podcast is everywhere. And we checked yesterday, we are in 23 countries. I mean, Allie D, you're about to literally take us to a whole new level right now. So we're grateful for you. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget, winwithallie.com. Everything is 100% complimentary. There's nothing for you to buy, nothing for you to sell. We just give, and give. Allie D, we'll let you get back to your day. Thank you. Tell them peace out, everybody.
You.
Peace.